Alright guys, what is up? I'm in my Prelude, as you guys could probably see. And if you hear any noise, it's because I have the AC going a little bit and I have the car on. So I got a question on my auto to manual swap. Is it worth buying a car that is already standard? And to be honest, there is not a simple answer for that. Let's start off auto to manual, and you don't have the car. You don't have the car at all, right? Now, well, let me give you my situation first. So I had a 97 Prelude base model, special edition, the SE model, which had the tan and black interior. And so I had bought that car real cheap, like super cheap. I probably bought it for like 300, right? No, I think I bought it for like 350. And I mean, it had no motor. It had the automatic transmission. It was automatic, but no motor. And the interior wasn't in the greatest shape. I mean, already I knew I want black interior. So I bought the car for 350, right? For about another 350, I could get interior at the junkyard in my area, right? So that would make it 700. And plus I would need a motor. So I don't know, depends where you get your motor, but let's say cheapest, you're gonna find a H22. And also you're trying to guess if it's in good condition, because when you're buying these motors, you don't know if they've been ran or whatever, you know. They're at junkyards. Or you could buy it online, a JDM H22, and I think that'll probably run you about what, like 800 bucks. So you're looking about like what, about 1500. Plus you need to buy all the stuff to make it standard. Minimum you're going to spend is about another 700 for all the manual stuff. So that would make it about 2200. And then what else? Oh, then I would have to transfer title, right? And plus the exterior wasn't in the greatest shape also. And so, oh, it would also need AC. I would have to get all that stuff, you know, basically, to get everything running right to like OEM, like driving it off the lot. And so, in all, I'll probably spend about like 3,000 in total, right? 3,200, around about there though. And that's OEM. That's OEM right there. Everything OEM. We're not talking about aftermarket, this, that, you know. So I would have to spend about 3,200. Now, in my area, it depends on your area too. In my area, if I'm looking for a standard Prelude, I'm a clean one though, because I'm like super picky. I want everything to look right, you know. Especially if you're like, imagine this. Imagine you pull up to a chick's house, your girl's house, right? And you pick her up. You don't want to pick her up in a crappy ass car, so you want to buy something like nice, you know. You want it to look like it never been sat in, never been like beat up. So of course I'm looking for like a few percentage that has been untouched. So to find one like that, I know an SH model, I've seen them around like 5,000-6,000 clean though. A base model, you're looking about like 4,500 for a clean one. They probably go lower if you lower your standards though, you know. I'm talking about for a standard one, about 4,500, right? So there you go right there, 4,500 in my area. Now where you live, they might be cheaper, they might be higher, depending, you know. I live in Houston, so you know everyone's trying to be a wannabe racer, you know. Everyone's like, but it doesn't mean that they're going to have like good parts on it, because most people out here, I'll probably say about 95% of people out here are using eBay stuff. They're beating on their cars, you know. They don't know how to do work right, so you're going to buy a crappy car that some kid was just wrenching on, you know. And so that's not really the greatest idea too. You could revive it from the what you call it, from the condition it's in, but there goes more money into it. Now I drove about 1,000, not 1,000, I don't know what I'm talking about. I drove about 3 hours to go pick up this Prelude. You know, it was automatic, but it was at real cheap price. I drove all the way like close to Dallas to go pick it up. Actually like 3-4 hours to go pick it up. And it's real cheap, one owner. You know, just by meeting the guy, I could tell it hardly like ever touched like VTEC. You could tell, you know, he just drove it responsibly. And I looked inside it, the leather seats too, you know, and that's kind of hard to find, leather seats. And it looked like they haven't been sat in, really. I mean, a few little creases here and there, you know, the usual, but we're talking about a 2001, and it's 2017 right now, and pretty much look unused, you know. But mileage is pretty up there. It was what, 179,000 at the time. But again, it's how he drove it. I could tell he wasn't beating on it, you know. And you just look underneath the hood, you could tell they took care of it. And but for the most part, I think I got a great deal. And then I threw money into it. Now, already he told me the transmission's starting to slip, this, that. It's starting to make that squeal sound, that high pitched like squeal. And so I was like, cool, you know, I'm gonna make it standard already. So that wasn't a problem to me, because I want to make it standard. And plus, if you guys watch my videos, all the everything I put in was pretty much aftermarket. So it's not like any of it is OEM. So we're talking about like a fully built drivetrain. And I mean, yeah, I threw money into it, but it wasn't like I spent $3,500 on just OEM. But let's say I spent $3,500 or $4,500 on it, then I would have to throw all the extra money, because of course I want it to be aftermarket badass, you know. And so let's say I'll probably be at, altogether I'll probably be at like 7,000, you know. And so there you go right there. So I didn't spend no 7,000. Now I did spend money all into parts, you know, a little bit of money just purchasing the car. But it already had good interior, exterior, no crashes, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you guys saw my videos, you know this is a clean ass car. But okay, so let's say I said about you purchasing a vehicle. Now, what if you already have the vehicle in automatic? Should you sell your car and buy a manual car? Now, it depends how much, again, your standards. How, if you buy another car, do you want it to be super clean? You want it to have this interior, the exterior? How does it have to be? Does it need AC? And then, so judging by that, you're going to say, okay, I want a car that is $4,500 price range, right? And your car might be only worth $1,500, you know, because you haven't kept up with it, this, that. But again, if you sell it for $4,500, now that's a pretty even deal. But I'm talking about OEM, you know, when we're not talking no aftermarket yet. Now, $4,500, that's cool. But you have tax, title, license. How far do you have to go pick this car up? You know what I'm saying? It still might be worth it, because probably in altogether you're probably going to spend like $500, so you save yourself about $200, and you're saving yourself the labor. But then again, is second gear missing? Is third gear, or the synchro's right? You know, when I built my car, it's pretty much the transmission, the drivetrain is 0 miles, because the transmission was built, you know, it was inspected, all that. So 0 miles, LSD, carbon synchros, you know, and it's pretty badass. You got like 0 torque steer. So I mean, it depends what you want. It really depends. So that's why I say there's not a simple answer to this, you know. And what else? Also, if you're like me, because I was looking preferably a standard Prelude. Now, I wasn't finding any standard Preludes. I saw a crappy one, right? It was probably the best one I could even find, and a standard. I was looking like all over Texas. But of course I wasn't going to drive no 12 hours, you know. But I would drive about 5 hours out for a car, you know. And I saw this one, I think it was in Dallas. It was pretty beat up, no AC, no power steering, but it could have been, I could have revived it from its condition, you know. I think he wanted, how much did he want? I think he wanted 3,000, right? And, but I mean, he just had the basic seats, I'm talking about the cloth seats, and the interior was okay, and, you know, but you could tell he raced it. I think he said he didn't have 5th gear, and I don't know, but I remember it was like nah. So that's why I jumped on the automatic one. I was like, you know, it's automatic, but I know I can make it standard. Like I said, I had the other Prelude, the 97. I already had the pedals for it. I had the cables, the shift box, and so I started buying some parts because my plan was to eventually buy an engine, make it standard, all that, you know. But then I saw this one, I was like, man, like, cause I always try to buy the body style when it ended in 2001. I always try to buy the last year it ended, because they fix all the little things from like 97. Let's say 97 for some reason had this problem, the interior problem. They upgraded the interior a little bit better seats or something like that, you know. They do that in all cars, a lot of them. So I was like, this one's 2001, so I'm gonna just jump on this one. It's real cheap, even though I'm gonna have to go drive out and go get it. But you know, in the end, I believe I made a good decision. And also, I still have the 97 that I'm selling parts off of, so that one is still making me some money, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a loss on that 97, you know. Easily I could sell parts, a door here, 50 bucks, a window, another 40 bucks, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I know what I'm doing. So basically what I'm trying to tell you guys is, you gotta calculate all these costs here and there, you know. So decide if it is for you. Is it worth the trouble of making your car standard? On my car, people can't tell, you know, that I made it standard, you know. Only if you were to stick your head underneath the dash, you'll probably see like the bolts here and there. But to the average person, I'm pretty sure even if they stuck their head down there, they wouldn't even know, you know, unless I pointed it out to them. Also, I had another comment on one of my other videos. Person asked me, how does it drive? Have I had any problems? I have had zero problems with it. I haven't had nothing go wrong on me. You know, I've been driving this every day with no problems at all. The clutch pedal feels super solid. Everything feels like it should feel, you know. Again, if I was to drive another standard Prelude against my Prelude, wouldn't be able to tell the difference, you know. So I hope this answers any questions you guys might be having about your cars. You know, this doesn't just relate to Hondas, but to any other car, you know. It might be a Mustang, it might be, I don't know what it is, but hopefully this helped you guys out, right? And lately it's been like super hot, so I really haven't worked on my car like I probably should have. But I'm gonna have more videos coming, of course. And you guys leave me comments, leave me messages, like, subscribe, and all that fun jazz. I want to get more work going, more projects. Of course, someone asked me if I'm gonna have more videos coming. Of course I'm gonna have more videos. Every work I do on all my cars, though, I record it all, you know, because I know a lot of people out there don't know how to do stuff. They don't want to like research and read like through threads and all this, that. And so I mean, I'm doing it for you guys. You guys can see with your own eyes what to do, what not to do. And yeah, hope you guys like this video. Actually, what I'm gonna do is a quick walk around this car, and you guys can see how it's looking, because I just washed it, so why not?
What is the purpose for dreaming at night? Can someone please tell me? I'm wondering why.